Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Joe Palmer begins now.
Good evening, everyone. Thousands of Tasmanians have flocked to churches around the state to mark Good Friday and the start of the Easter holiday. It was a solemn occasion for many, but also one of hope.
You only had to look to the heavens to see the Easter message. Down below, voices filled St John's Anglican Church. A sombre morning, but the sermon remains one of hope.
The Easter story is a journey from a violent death at the hands of an angry mob of Jesus on Good Friday through to the triumph of his resurrection to new life on Easter Sunday. And in our world today, we still experience the same kind of violence.
The pews also filled up at Catholic services in Hobart. This year, the church is reflecting on its turbulent times.
And really the challenge for us at the heart of all of that is really that failure to follow that servant leadership of Jesus Christ. And that's what we're celebrating in these days, and it's really what we're called to do.
The clear autumn day also shone over a recreation of the crucifixion in Launceston. Parishioners followed Christ's final footsteps in the Station of the Cross.
When they reached the place called the Skull, they crucified him there, and the 2 criminals also.
We always come to the stations because it's a great understanding. We have a young daughter, so it gives her an opportunity to understand the real meaning of Easter.
A meaning some youngsters were eager to learn.
What I enjoyed the best was about the sacrifice of Jesus and what he done for us, that we could live and all of that.
While others already had a sweet tooth. What do you like about Easter?
That you get an Easter hunt and you get to have an Easter hunt.
Easter services continue over the weekend. Sean McComish, 7 Tasmania News.
A Tongan man is in a critical condition tonight after a serious crash at Red Hills early this morning. Police say the driver lost control of his car on Mole Creek Road and collided with a power pole at around 5 a.m. The 21-year-old was rushed to the Launceston General Hospital. Police are reminding motorists to drive to the conditions and take care with extra traffic on the roads this Easter. A 29-year-old man assisting Tasmania Police in a suspected murder has been released without charge. The body of a 22-year-old man was found in Richmond last Sunday. Detectives believe those involved in the alleged murder are known to the victim. A 14-year-old female youth was yesterday charged with 1 count of being an accessory. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Little chocolate treats smothered the lawns of Hobart's Royal Botanical Gardens today, raising money for medical research. In its 7th year, thousands turned out to support the Royal Hobart Hospital Research Foundation.
A wild scramble to grab as many sweet treats as possible. These children racing to fill their baskets to the brim, and all for a good cause.
But we wanted this to be a chance for families to connect in perhaps more of an old-fashioned way. So we have lots of very traditional opportunities for families to really enjoy some time out together and naturally helping us to raise funds.
More than 2,000 people took part in the 7th annual Easter egg hunt, their efforts raising nearly $25,000 to support the Royal Hobart Hospital Research Foundation. Those involved also happy to embrace the Easter break.
It's really inspiring. You whittle away in the lab and feel like a hamster running on a wheel sometimes yourself. But when you see the people that come out that can benefit from it, it really makes it all worthwhile and reminds you why you do it. And so this is just a fun way to do that.
It's just about having a bit of fun with the family, have some friends, catch up with some people. Kids enjoy the eggs, too much probably.
Because you get to scatter eggs around and it's really fun to try and find them because of difficult places. And you get to eat them after.
Ruby COMMANE, 7 Tasmania News.
Police are hunting a man who held up two 12-year-old boys at knife point in Devonport last Tuesday. The offender approached the pair behind the Roberts building just after 1 p.m. and demanded a mobile phone. He fled the scene on a grey mountain bike. Anyone with information is urged to contact police. Around 100 community members and some national sporting figures hit the links at Claremont Golf Club today to raise money for Tasmanians living with muscular dystrophy. Former AFL player Michael O'Loughlin proud to support the second annual charity day.
There's a great crew here to support muscular dystrophy, so the organisers have done an amazing job. It's something that's pretty close to all of our hearts, being able to raise money for an amazing cause, and it's going to help so many people.
Today's event raised over $40,000.
North Launceston has cemented itself as the side to beat this TSL season with a hard-fought win over crosstown rivals the Blues at Windsor Park. Arian Richter-Salter also establishing himself as one of the rising stars of the competition, named best on ground.
It was all the Blues early against the reigning premiers as James Gillow and Joby Harper got the home side off to the perfect start. The side's crosstown rivals struggling to find their feet in the first term, with the Bombers kept goalless. Ben Simpson then producing something from nothing to put the visitors right back in it when things resumed. Aaron Richter-Salter then taking to the sky, producing a series contender for Mark of the Year and giving the reigning premiers the boost they needed. The visitor skipper continuing his impressive form in the forward line, booting 2 for the term to give his side a 22-point lead at the main break. But the Blues wouldn't go down without a fight, however, as one of the side's star performers in Joby Harper loaded up. But Bomber skipper Brad Cox-Goodyear answered back in emphatic fashion with a long-range bomb to shift things back in their favour. And from there, the Bombers showed why they're every chance to claim 3 flags on the trot, coming away the 32-point winners.
Still on TSL, and it was a good Friday to remember for the Kingborough Football Club, with the side notching up their first win of the TSL season. The full-time whistle couldn't come quickly enough for the young D's, going down in the end by 60 points.
Premier Will Hodgman was on hand to help the Tigers open the club's new stand at the Twin Ovals, and from there the side had it all their own way, controlling possession through the midfield and booting away to a 13-point lead at the first break, courtesy of 2 majors from Bailey Gordon. The home side came out firing in the second to take control of the match, with the D's all out of answers as the Tigers extended the lead to 30 points at the main break. From there, the full-time siren couldn't come quickly enough for the visitors, with North Hobart forced to go back to the drawing board as the Tigers celebrated their first win of the season in dominant fashion.
Good evening. Today, Launceston recorded the state's warmest at 19, a high of 18 for Devonport, Burnie 17 and Hobart reaching 15. Other centres today are 16 at Grove, Ouse, Strawn and St Helens, Lowhead and Friendly Beaches 17 and Flinders Island reaching a high of 20. On the close-up, low-level crowd across the north of the state, clear skies elsewhere. On the satellite, a cold front is moving towards New Zealand, another front over southern Western Australia. Elsewhere, skies are mostly clear. Tomorrow, a cold front crosses over South Australia with a deep low to follow over southern ocean waters. Northeast to northerly winds 10 to 20 knots tomorrow, easterly around the central north and reaching 25 knots about the northwest. Swells up to 3 metres in the west and south and below a metre in the north and east. Tomorrow's forecast now mostly sunny and reaching a top of 23 for Hobart and Medina, partly cloudy for Oatlands. In the north, a possible light shower for Launceston, 20 for Devonport and Lyowini, 16. Burnie tomorrow, a light shower or 2, Strawn 23 and Marrawall, partly cloudy. A shower or 2 for St Helens, Swansea 22 and mostly sunny, reaching 22 for Orford. Looking to the 3-day forecast now, Sunday fine until showers develop from the west in the afternoon and evening. Monday, northwest to southwesterly winds and fresh about the south during the morning. And finally, Tuesday, showers about the west, south and northeast with northwest to southwesterly winds. Capital cities, mostly sunny for Adelaide, Darwin and Alice Springs tomorrow. Melbourne 30, 25 in Sydney, Canberra reaching a high of 26 and Perth a partly cloudy 18. And on to current temperatures, Hobart 11, partly cloudy, Launceston 13, partly cloudy and Devonport 13, partly cloudy. That's all in weather tonight. Back to you, Jo.
Lovely, thank you very much for that. And that's all from the news team for now. Have a lovely evening. I will see you a little later with updates. Bye for now.